Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen here, and we are live, and we have no green screen. Let's see if we can get a green screen going here. That'd be fun. Let's see if we can get a green screen here. Green screen. Boom. Okay, there we go. We got a green screen. Hey, 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 hemp, hemp, hooray. And we're incredibly happy. We're having trouble streaming to Facebook, it says um, on this platform, but you know what? That's okay. We will we will fix that in a second here. Let's see if we can fix that right now. We cannot. So we're going to get our whole episode shared here, and we're going to share our screen here, and we're in the back office. Everybody, welcome to WEEDSDAYS episode 270. Amazing. So we're sharing the entire screen today, and we're going to share that baby, and there we go. Okay, so if we go to our Zoomy, and there we are. We're in the roomy, so we're gonna start off here and see what Lala has to say. So there we go. So that's that. Okay, so we've got a. We'll start off here. Why not? Let's hide the StreamYard here, and let's start off with this little video. I wonder if you can hear it, or see it, or be it. So let's go into my QuickTime and see which one we got here. Let's play this one after we do our intro. This is the Oregon Country Fair video that I made, and it's really cute, everybody. So I hope you can hear it. I'm going to change my profile there on my microphone. And here we go. It's where I was just about 10 days ago. That is Jack Hare's daughter. I think it's Chauncey. So all these people are rooting for peace. All these are my friends. There's me. There's some more friends. We got peace signs going everywhere. Some friends from the same shirt I'm wearing. This guy was cool. I see him every year. He's pretty good. My hemp tempeh. The mushroom cup lady. The dancing puppets are beautiful. Warning. Nighttime is great. Lasers in the sky. Cowboy hats that are all glittered up, and our guest from last week from the glass booth. And so we had a great time at the country fair. It was really fun. So let's just stay right in here and give you my intro. And it's Jeff Eichen with Weeds Day, and it's World 420 Day, everybody. Let's end prohibition, everybody, together. We're working on a concert for next year in Canada. I've moved it from Oakland to Canada. But don't count Oakland out. They deserve one too. We're going to miss you, Ozzy. Rest in peace. You're the greatest. The GOAT of something. Oh, my Papa and Baja, I miss you. So this episode today is dedicated to all those before us and that are in heaven helping us to end prohibition. We will. We're working on our concert with Dale Rook in Canada, and we love you all. And peace in the Middle East and in your heart, and let's end prohibition through social media. We're moving forward with our concert plans to gather a lot of people
Lawrence.
to end prohibition, to raise awareness and raise money for the prisoners in and out of jail, and for the legal faction that can help to get to the White House to end prohibition in our lifetime.
Baked up a fresh knuckle sandwich if anybody wants one.
Till we get the license, don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Roll another one, just like the other one. Love you, everybody. Jeff Eichen here, host with the most. Let's get it on and have a concert in 2025.
26, everybody. We're rolling through this year. We need some time to get it together, everybody. So we got Lawrence on the line here, so we're going to get to Lawrence in a second. You know him as the Cherniak Man, and he's got some great news for you. I think he published his book, so hang on to see the end of this.
Parade.
1, 2, 3.
Campaign Parade! Will come together as Timothy Leary's campaign song. People hear that on the radio all the time. That song like that was a theme song for Timothy Leary's governor race. He was going to run against Ronald Reagan as governor.
Let the kids get high. As a matter of fact, President Nixon, why don't we all turn on together?
At the time, the government probably feared Tim Leary more than they feared anybody.
Timothy Leary, everybody.
Dope dealers were among the worst criminals on earth.
We must wage what I have called total war against public enemy number one in the United States.
Richard Nixon. Hoorah.
Thank you to the all brave souls that are helping to end prohibition. Please support us. Our concert is coming. Parade.
Okay, everybody, I'm going to go back to the live show. Let's see if I can actually even find that. Let's see here. I go back to my Zoom chat. I don't see my Zoom chat. Go back, record, stop, Facebook original. Where do I do that? Hang on. So if I go meeting, keep on full screen, view, multi-speakers. Okay. Maybe I didn't share. Did I share my screen? Hang on. Okay, I didn't share my screen. So everybody, you just got a little audio clip from us. We have to do that again, and it's just back office stuff. You know, one day when we get sponsored, we'll have somebody to do this for us. So it's Jeff Eichen. That's a first, and we got Lawrence Cherniak all the way from somewhere land, in incredible land. And Lawrence, you're live on my show. Say hey to everybody.
Hey there, everybody. Hope you're all having a great day.
It's really beautiful to hear your voice. I hear you have some news about your book in France.
Books. They're doing all 3 books in the first trilogy at the same time.
Fantastic. And tell us a little bit about who you are, where you are, and what your legacy is, what you wish for the hashish
Well, not just hashish.
dynasty.
Researching the pleasures of the high society. Not just hashish, just like it says in the books. Jeff, that you have as well. So it's got to do with people being more aware, having more knowledge, more information, so that they can be a part of the world that's moving forward and growing together. Because marijuana, as we know, is the one plant that unites more people all over the world than any other plant has ever done. More people are united because of that one fact. A friend of mine is telling me we've got to make t-shirts with that. So anybody listening, if you make t-shirts with it, then good luck to you, and make sure you get me a little royalty. Or get it to Jeff, because Jeff needs the money for that concert.
Well, I like High Society. That's HIGH, everybody. You know, we do need to say that marijuana is safer than alcohol, everybody. You know, when I was in
Tobacco.
And tobacco. And when I was in Havasupai in 1995 with High Times Magazine, we planted 300 marijuana plants on their sovereign land because they wanted their children to have pot, not alcohol. And alcohol is a depressant, and, you know, marijuana is the gateway drug to the munchies.
Especially if you're sitting on your couch.
Yeah, or you got you know, some kale chips that mom just made, or Jeffrey, because I make some great kale chips. You know, everybody be careful about your intake. This week, I said in my intro that I'll play again for you so you can see it, everybody. This week we have some Fallen, and Ozzy Osbourne left the planet yesterday. So all the rockers of a certain age are beginning to get to an age to where, whether they're worn out or not, Ozzy kicked ass the whole way. He let you in his house. He did that thing with his family. He made some beautiful children. He was radical on stage, and he made some music that kind of makes him the GOAT. I mean, is he Michael Jordan or what, you know, or is it David Bowie? You know, all the above. We're just so blessed to honor the fallen and to honor those that are on the other side, to help us, to help Lawrence get his book out and his trilogy now. Yeah, his trilogy. Tell us a little bit about your first group of books.
Well, they have revolutionized the world. And before my books, there was nothing that had any photos of hashish anywhere in the world. That's because of prohibition. In fact, in those days, no one even knew what a marijuana leaf looked like back in the 50s and 60s because it was so suppressed. And if you had a marijuana leaf on your jewelry in your store, and by the time the 80s came around, they were actually going into people's shops and confiscated all merchandise because they may have had one little marijuana leaf as an earring. That's how serious it was and how depressed they were in terms of making sure that there was no way that marijuana was going to get out of the bottle that they had it in. But the bottleneck is broken. It's never going to go back. We've got marijuana legalized more and more all over the world, every week, every month, every year. And that's what's going on. We've succeeded. All we have to do is clean up what we started, because the war has been won. We just have to finish what we started.
If we end prohibition, I mean, if we re-legalize marijuana, the prisoners will be able to come home, get work, and be pardoned. I mean, look at Leonard Peltier.
And they should be compensated too.
Well, that's why we're doing the concert. That's why we're doing the concert, to raise money, funds for the lawyers and for the prisoners.
Right. In any event, thanks for giving me an opportunity to be a part of your show. So I'm heading over to France to work on the translation of the 3 books with these guys in France who are being absolutely terrific. And then we'll likely be working with Mama Editions, who will be one of the distributors, because in France it's still very prohibited. And she started a museum of smoking, which Jack Harrer and I visited with her years ago when I took him on a trip throughout Western Europe, so that we could have a good time and give Jack his, really last meaningful trip throughout that part of the world, because he was already having difficulty and had a heart attack and heart failure, had his a pacemaker installed, or else one of his valves redone. I'm not really sure. I don't remember right now. But in any event, he was doing a lot better when he was with me, and we had a really good time. So now I'm getting to be back in France again. Then after that, I'll be going down to Morocco to be a part of videoing and recording as a journalist the beginning of the hashish harvest, or the marijuana, the keef harvest, of about 1 million plants easily on the slopes of the Atlas Mountains in Morocco. And these fellows from France are coming with me to record that and me doing it. And there's other people who are coming along as well. So we're going to have a great time in Morocco, then come back to France, and conceivably, if all 3 books are translated at that point, we'll have some major launchings going on. One of them at the Mama Editions Musée de Fumée, because she could only open a place that was talking about smoking everything. So that made it easy to include marijuana. Otherwise, if it had just been about marijuana, that's how much they were scaring people and causing fear if you focused on marijuana in so much of the world. And that was all because of the establishments and the wealthy. Well, if they couldn't make money on something, nobody else could. You know that, Jeff.
And tell us the lore of Morocco. Was Morocco, like Afghanistan, one of the most popular places on the east side of the world that they love their hash?
No, we're on the western side of the world, Jeff.
I said Morocco. I said Morocco. Morocco.
Yeah, but Morocco's western, at the very western extreme of that continent of Africa. So that's not the east, according to, well, let's not quibble about whether it's east.
Anyways, yeah, give us the lore of Morocco that you're going to.
Well, what had happened was the people in the Atlas Mountains in the Katama area, they got a special grace from the king of Morocco, who told them that, yes, because of what the hardship is, much like it is in the Andes, where the Colombians are and all the other nations that are in the Andes, the Peruvians, the Chileans, the Bolivians, just like they're allowed to grow marijuana and cocaine or coca plants because of the hardship of ostensibly living in the mountains, which is really much more easy than people believe. It's just because of how steep the mountains is and what it takes to be able to cultivate. So they were granted in Morocco the freedom to be able to grow marijuana, or keef as it's called, and in fact anything to do with hashish or marijuana is called keef. So then, in other words, you're seeing a field of keef, but you would also talk about hashish as being keef or marijuana plant. So it's one word that, you know, that addresses all of those things, much like the word aloha in Hawaiian covers everything to do with anything good, anything gracious, anything kind. So there's words that people use to shorten things to get the meaning of what they're saying across to other people. So with that being in mind, that's how marijuana became a big crop in the mountains, because it grows well at the higher up it is in elevations. And subsequently, my having started going there back in the 60s, as a result of that, I became very close with the top family that was exporting. And so I have very special privileges, and I'm greatly welcome there. Anytime I'm there, with whoever I bring there, we're treated like sultans.
That's fantastic. We're really proud of you. Where can people find your English version, the book? When does that come out?
The English version?
Yeah, the English version of the trilogy.
Well, they've been out since 1978.
Oh, so what you're doing is you're
talking about the French version, you mean?
The French version is what you're excited about now. That's fantastic. Well, all you Frenchies out there, you froggies, merci beaucoup, you know, on you, and follow us. We're gonna have Lawrence call in on WhatsApp from France while he's on his trip to Morocco. And if you give me dates, maybe there'll be a magic money man or woman that can drop some plane tickets on me, and I'll join you, because I love you dearly. Because I did love you.
I'll be in Morocco for 3 weeks until September 6th, and then I go back to France to work on the preparations for the launches of the books in a few places in France, as well as deal with the media, because to release 3 books at a time is an awesome event. I don't know many authors who've been able to release 3 books at a time that are overwhelming and, you know, way too much for anybody. There isn't one person in the world who can absorb everything that's in these 3 books in one day or even in 1 week. So that's what's going on, and I'll be sure to keep in touch with you as best I can.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Everywhere.
We support you. We support you dearly. And everybody, let's give let's give Lawrence Cherniak a big round of applause, because he's just like one of my heroes. That, you know, I was missing my dad today, and I was missing you actually. But here, so we got Lawrence Cherniak, and we got Solo Breezy. Laura, Solo, come and say hi to Lawrence.
Well, Grand Rising. First thing I want to say, Grand Rising. Good to see you, Uncle Jeff, and good to see you, Uncle Lawrence. Good to see you out there traveling. Safe travels to you out there. And thank you for advocating cannabis out there, over there in the whole other side of the world. We appreciate you.
Yep. It'll be great. I look forward to sharing this stuff with you as it happens.
When do you take off? When do you leave?
This weekend.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Well,
yep.
Enjoy your incredible journey. Like I said, if the magic comes in, we'll make it happen. But I actually have a memorial on October 1st. On September 1st. Wait, we're in July, on August 1st. So you're gonna be gone for a month?
No, over 2 months.
Oh, wow, fantastic. Well, maybe I can join you somewhere along the road. If we schedule that out, and I'll bring my cameras with me. Let's keep that in mind, and tell your people we got to get Mr. World 420, because today, everybody, is episode 270 on Weeds Day with Lawrence Cherniak, with Solo Breezy and iPhone 6, and we are totally rocking the world to help to end prohibition, working on a concert, working on just keeping our feet wet with perspiration, because it takes a lot it takes a lot of sweat to stay healthy, number one, and also to end prohibition for marijuana. Jack tried, and he started this whole thing. And a story I have to tell everybody right now, a good one, a good story, is I'm standing in the shower line outside this mobile shower that has 12 showers in there, and they keep it beautifully clean and everything. And it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. There's Noah. And so I'm standing in the shower line. I turned back to talk to this woman. Her name is Chauncey Harer. And I said, again, Chauncey Harer. I said, what's your name? Chauncey Harer. I said, is that your dad that wrote the revision with Ellen Comp in my living room in LA and flew me to Sacramento with the paperwork to make marijuana legal in America, hemp? It was the hemp initiative. And she goes, that's my dad. So the next morning I wake up. And I'm in line again at 7 a.m. And I turn around, and there she is again. I said, Chauncey, what's the heck? You know, she goes, well, it's 7 a.m. And I'm with Jeff Eichen again. So now we have magic. So there's going to be magic surrounding you, and Jack's going to be with you. Chauncey was right there in line with me 2 days in a row. Out of 30,000 people at the Oregon Country Fair, I'm in my robe with Chauncey talking about Dad.
Way to go. Hey, Solo, good to be in touch with you again. You take care. So thank you, Jeff. I'm going to go now. I hope you don't mind. And thanks for allowing me to contribute to your show. Take care, be well, and hooray! Hey,
fantastic. We love you so much. Peace in the Middle East and on your trip. And don't forget to stay in touch with me via, do you have WhatsApp?
Yeah, I have WhatsApp, and I also have Telegraph.
Okay, let's Telegram. Let's do WhatsApp when you're ready, before you go this weekend, and practice so we can stay in touch. And this is Lawrence Cherniak, everybody. Hemp hooray. And here we go. We love you, Lawrence. See you next time. So there's Lawrence. Lawrence is out. And we got Noah Israel, and we have Solo Breezy online. Solo, what's going on, Solo?
I'm doing awesome. By the way, pleasure to meet you, Noah.
Yeah, we got a grunt out of Noah there, everybody.
Oh,
Yeah, we
well,
got
hello, everybody.
we got a little grunty bunty. Solo, do you have a quote for us today?
I definitely have a quote. I've been really busy here in real life, been working a lot. I actually just got back from traveling to New York for my first time. It was a wonderful experience to have. New York is way different from living in Pennsylvania.
Oh my
Up in
God.
Up in New York, you can go and smoke weed wherever. Everyone's selling weed out there. It's a beautiful thing up in New York.
Do they have smoking lounges?
That I don't think that I am not so sure if they do have smoking lounges or not in New York, but you can smoke weed on every corner, any corner, and the cops won't bother you.
Holy moly. I wonder how that happens when a lot of people say that, you can't smoke weed here. It's getting in my children's lungs. So, well, fantastic. So did you take the subways?
I definitely took the subway. The subway was a real cool experience. I got to hang out in the subway. Everybody's on the subway. Everyone's always busy moving. New York is way different from Pennsylvania. I totally enjoy it.
You don't have any underground in Pennsylvania?
We don't. We do, but that's like Philadelphia. Like they have
Oh,
subways
okay.
out in
That's in Philly,
Philadelphia.
right.
I live outside of Philadelphia. So, yeah. We over where I live at, it's mostly cars and walking and bikes and stuff like that.
Well, for our youngster on the tube here today, everybody, that's Solo Breezy. He always comes in with a quote of the day. Give us your quote for today.
All right, definitely will. And I also want to say I'm going to be going to a cannabis festival this weekend, so I'm going to be hanging out doing that.
Beautiful. You better promote us or call us from there. Call us from there next Wednesday.
Oh yeah, definitely got you. All right, so the quote for today. What's been going on with you, Jeff, while I look for this quote?
I've been doing great, navigating the grannies on the world, having my share of learning about man and woman together on the planet, because I believe that that's going to help to heal the planet when we come together. And I've been working on the concert and organizing some art shows that are coming up for myself, and so it's a wonderful week.
That's great. I'm really happy you're staying active. So I got the quote for today. It's really simple. Quoted by the great unknown. That's a cool guy over there or cool girl over there, right? Created by them. Never respond to criticism from someone who's built nothing.
And nothing is relative because, everything's, when you put toothpaste on your toothbrush, that's building a little toothbrush moment. So you got to build something. So that's a great statement. Everybody, don't worry if you're not famous. Don't worry, but let's free the plant, everybody. And let's have a little bit of Noah. Noah, tell us a little bit about how you're doing, and great to have you, Noah.
Hopefully we can connect here. I've been having a bad connection. Can you hear me?
We definitely can. You sound fantastic.
Oh, good. Well, I have an engineering meeting I need to jump to here shortly, but I just wanted to check in and on what the current happenings, and we'll connect later about your project, Jeff.
Oh, fantastic! And did you get a chance to talk to the people on your side the Bodinis over there?
I thought I'd sent you a text regarding that. They haven't you haven't responded. I've reached out to them several times and no response, and so I don't know what the.
Okay, well, I spoke with them, and they were really incredibly enthused. But they said that they may know of somebody that could help with that. But let me know where you're at, and we're really proud of you, everybody. This is Noah from 3D Homes. He has a 3dsd.org. Is it org?
ORG.
3dsd.org, and you can see him with his invention of making, smaller and larger 40-foot domes, where he sprays with a 3D printer that goes in a circular motion and over a bladder. And we're claiming that we're going to do a layer of hempcrete in between the concrete foundation that he has to make the most beautiful domes on the planet. Noah can build one house in a day, everybody. And if we have multiple, the shell, of course, we can't do the all the interiors in one day. But the idea is that it's a solution, and we're going to integrate hempcrete. And we went to NOCO together, Noah and I, in Colorado, and that was epic. And it's great to have you. And what is your dream? Is your dream to make 1 million of these?
No, to facilitate 1 million happening. Personally, that would be a little much, but getting the technology, making the technology available so that we can create at scale is the dream, and that's happening. And we're moving toward that goal every day.
Okay, well, I want you to stay super close with me on every motion and moment, because we need to begin the documenting portion of this, so I can come out to you and talk to you and sit with you more and to do a walkthrough. And I'll help you more with, I forget the name of the place, but the place that's out there that Charlie sent us to and his family member there. And we'll get the box totally reworked. That's upcoming. So everybody, this is Noah. Noah gets a little for his incredible invention. My dad was an inventor, everybody. That's Howie. And so in architecture. And so now I'm playing with Noah.
Well, all right, Jeff. We'll be seeing you soon, hopefully.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, let's stay close and everything. And say hello to Solo.
Solo, hello. You're outside Philly?
Yes.
All right. Well, nice to connect with you.
Pleasure to meet you.
So I gotta
Much
jump
love
off.
to you.
Yeah, check out.
Can you please drop your information down in the chat below so that I can look into it, Noah, if you have time?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. Noah, yeah, there we go. Hem Parade. Boom, boom. Okay. Well, everybody, it's episode 270, and we have some time to share my intro with you again, because we didn't have a picture on the info. So here we go. We're gonna show that again, everybody. And we just got back from the Oregon Country Fair. As we know, summertime, lots going on, everybody. So here's our intro again, everybody, to show you exactly what I mean. Hang on. So here we go. With a picture this time. Here we go. Let's end Prohibition together, everybody. Let's support the OGs,
Miss you, Ozzy.
including Ozzy.
You're the greatest, the GOAT of something. Oh, my Papa and Baja, I miss you. So this episode today is dedicated to all those before us and that are in heaven helping us to end prohibition. we will. We're working on our concert with Dale Rook in Canada, and we love you all, and peace in the Middle East and in your heart, and let's end prohibition through social media.
There's our QR code, so you can help us get to Morocco.
We're moving forward with our concert plans to gather a lot of people together to end prohibition, to raise awareness and raise money for the prisoners in and out of jail, and for the legal faction that can help to get to the White House to end prohibition in our lifetime.
Baked up a fresh knuckle sandwich if anybody wants one.
Fresh knuckle sandwich.
The license. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to
There's
me.
Stash, everybody. He's moving to America on the 22nd.
Roll another one, just like the other one. Love you, everybody. Jeff Eichen here, host with the most. Let's get it on and have a concert in 2025.
Just like Easy Rider, baby. So Stash is moving back to America with his family. He needs support. I'm going to be putting up a GoFundMe, so look for that, everybody. And I'll post that next week on my show. And it is Bogart the Brand.
1, 2, 3. Campaign parade!
There's Noah.
Campaign song. People hear that on the radio all the time. Now that song like that. That's a theme song for Timothy.
Come together, everybody. Let's end prohibition.
Let the kids get high. As a matter of fact, President Nixon, why don't we all turn on together?
At the time, the government probably feared Tim Leary more than they feared anybody. Nixon thought that dope dealers were among the worst criminals on earth.
We must wage what I have called total war against public enemy number one in the United States.
Time's up, everybody. It's time to do this.
Thank you to the all brave souls that are helping to end prohibition. Please support us. Our concert is coming. Parade.
So that's it, everybody. I finally got to share my screen with you. You can see that. And I guess Noah dropped off here. What else is going on, Solo? What's the event you're going to?
It's a Poconos cannabis event. So there's going to be a ton of vendors. It's going to be a ton of cannabis. Pretty much it, gonna go out and hang out with the cannabis community and, the good vibrations and be with my people, us.
Is that an annual event that's happening or something new that you've never been to?
This is my first time going to this event during the summer. So I think they hold it every summer. So it's somewhere in the Poconos.
Okay, it's not the Hash Bash.
No.
No, okay.
So I'm super excited. When you go to cannabis events, it's great because you meet real farmers, you meet real people who are in the cannabis industry. And then the other thing is, it's a beautiful way. Like, it's like a concert, right? There's music there, people sit in the grass smoking weed, and then people are hanging out, just vibing and just enjoying it. It's a beautiful thing, There's usually, I haven't seen every cannabis event I've gone to, I haven't seen anyone really be mad at each other, fighting or anything like that.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, when you go to concerts, it's always that way. I mean, if you go to see Cat Stevens or Stevie Wonder, people are there because, isn't she lovely? I mean, it's like, how can you get mad? At stuff like that. So, and that's what we're planning to have a beautiful concert to raise money for restitution for these prisoners to come home with. So we love having you back in action and back on the scene. Whatever happened to Crazy Pop Mom?
She's busy. She's doing events out there in Canada. She's providing business up in there with her artwork and everything like that. Working on, she actually got some of her artwork into a store.
Oh, that's great. Some of her
So
trays.
she's working on that. Yeah, so you know she's very busy in the background. Sometimes it's good to step back from being on the internet all day. You know, as all of us, better to live life in real time.
Right. We'll yell at her to come on back. We need her. We want her back.
Absolutely. How's everything going with Kimmy, and how's everything going with the rest of the wonderful women in the Canna women world?
Well, Kimmy is AOL, and I haven't been with her for a year, and so we bless her on the journey of life. And all the other Canna women in my life are holding their own, smoking their own, doing gummy bears mostly because smoking is kind of dangerous and it tars your lungs kind of. So people are now getting some organic gummy bears. I don't think I have my box of Charlotte Webb's here. No, I had one episode. I was showing the Charlotte Webb, but they're mellow, they're fine, and gives you the same high, if not deeper. You know, because I don't like to ingest marijuana. It makes me too high. I don't get paranoid. I just get too like not together, and I've got so much work to do that it just suits me more just to imbibe at night when I'm doing projects and sitting down at the computer. And so I'm just really blessed to have the Canna Mamas on board. And thanks for asking.
Amen. Shout out to Jeannie, by the way, and also shout out to Grasshopper, Uncle Grasshopper.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, without a doubt. Yeah, shout out to everybody. We're having a blast thinking about the concert. We're having a blast thinking about Lawrence going to Morocco. They couldn't put together the photo team for money to fly me out there, but I'm done with not going, with financing everything myself, because I don't have the dough to do that. And so until we get sponsors, and that's you, Mike Tyson, Woody Harrelson, all those people, come on board and let's put on this incredible concert that we're doing. We have one day for Blazing in the Falls in Niagara next year. And so when we know more, we'll tell you more. So right now it's a hush hush thing, but we can say that we know it's coming. So everybody hold your pantaloons on, and I'm going to read the news now, everybody. So stick around, Solo, while I read the news. Yeah.
Real quick before you read the news, how's haven't been able to talk to Edwin? How's Edwin doing?
Edwin's disappeared. We haven't heard from him in like 2 months.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I haven't heard from him. Don't know if he's in lockdown or if he is home free. I mean, I would know, but I don't have a way to get to him. I have his address. I'm going to write him a handmade letter. So that's all I know. So bless you, Edwin, and all the prisoners that are still in jail for marijuana, because that's what we talk about. That's what we want to promote, is get everybody home. I mean, here, everybody, if I can minimize my screen here, you can see our Relief Foundation poster here. This is our newsletter. Let's see, can I get this here? Yeah, this is our newsletter here. And our newsletter has our poster on it. That's going to be our poster for the concert. And that's it. Bring them home. So let's bring Solo back here. So I'm going to read the news now, and here comes the news, everybody. And let me pull some news up here. And so it says here on the news for episode 270, hemp absorbs carbon as it grows, and we can lock the carbon into various materials produced, okay, by Joshua Hyar, South Dakota Searchlight. So Dakota Hemp is a company that I'm very familiar with, and they're getting closer every day to having a revolution, building 1 million acres, growing 1 million acres of hemp, and helping the herd become hempcrete to make houses that have an R value that's incredible. They don't mildew, they don't burn. So why aren't we doing it? So it says here, Ken Meyer's boots imprint the fine layer of the dust settled over the concrete floors as he walks through the South Dakota's first industrial hemp processing facility. On the side of the machine, fiber pours out in tangled ribbons on another chunks of woody core called hurd. The tumble into a large sack atop a pallet. Meyer reaches and raises a handful. We can turn hemp stalks into materials for animal bedding, hempcrete, bioplastics, you name it. He said, right here in South Dakota. Meyer has a vision. He is explaining that hemp supply chain in South Dakota will bring more small processing and manufacturing into the state and pull heat trapping carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So it's a perfect plant, everybody. Hemp absorbs carbon as it grows, and we can lock the carbon into various materials produced, Meyer said, and all that manufacturing could happen here in South Dakota. But coordinating investments, infrastructures, oversights, and market development needs to be realized that the vision is more work than Meyer alone can accomplish with his company, Complete Hemp Processing. So in the Wakanda, John Preston with Dakota Hemp is not only constructing the state's second processing facility, but also is a hemp farmer. We can't just have everybody start planting hemp, Peterson says. You need a whole chain of growers, processors, and manufacturers to come online at the same time, and that's hard. Hemp and carbon, everybody. South Dakota have only been growing hemp since 2021, and the state is now the #1 hemp producer in the country. 3,700 acres harvested in 2024. That's last year, everybody. 3,700 acres. That's pretty good. To capitalize on hemp's potential, it's a sequester hemp that can grow 16 feet tall in 3 months. Well, my plants don't get that big. What's the secret? In 3 months. Growing a 16-foot tall high stalk requires a lot of photosynthesis, which is the way that the plants absorb carbon dioxide. That's sun, solar energy. Okay. So converts sunlight into energy for growth. An acre of hemp stalks absorbs approximately 5.5 tons of carbon per acre each season, according to Brittany McKell with Hemp Carbon Standard in Canada. She said an additional ton of CO2 per acre is stored in the soil and less invasive. So everybody, what don't you get? What don't you get about hemp and hempcrete and the whole deal? We need to realize that this is one of the best plants on the planet. Let's see if I can find my my Zoom here. Let's see here. If I can get back to Zoom. There we are. So we've got our Zoom here, and I think we were sharing. Let's see here. Boom. Were we not sharing again? Were we sharing? Did you see me?
I see you.
No, but did you see the the intro that I put?
No, I didn't see that part.
Okay. Well, anyways, everybody, it's a technical world out there, and we are back with Solo Breezy here, and we'll get out of our share screen here in a second here. Boom. And so it's a wonderful time to, there's so much confusion right now with this versus that versus this versus that, and deporting and reporting. But that's what we're all about. We're all about reporting everybody the news and sharing with Solo your, your younger generation. I want you to give a good report when you come back from your first cannabis trip there, for having an event. That sounds really groovy, and I'm excited. I'm excited to for you, and for you to be out there to know what we do. On an annual basis. Where you just heard that Lawrence is going to Morocco. What the heck? So I raised my hand. I put my hand in the pot to go travel with him. We'll see. But in the meantime, I'm staying close. I have a memorial for a young man here that was dear and near to me. And then I'm going to go down and teach photo class in Portland, Oregon. And we're going to have you come on as often as you can, baby. And you know what? While you're at the show, if you're on Wednesday, come on. We would love to have you walk around with your phone and show everybody where you're at, that you're in a free zone.
It's actually going to be Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Well, maybe you can take a little video of something and then share it with us.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll make sure I post some cool content.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Absolutely. The other thing is, I don't think people understand the cannabis community, because I think people from the outside who don't smoke weed think we get around and we're just lazy people and smoke weed and get high and sleep. And I'm like, when you're at the event, like, it's pretty lively when you're at an event. We eat a lot of food, but like I said, there are people dancing. There are a lot of people there. I'll put it like this. All the cannabis events I've gone to, there are different type of cannabis, like different type of cannabis ways that you can ingest weed. Different types of ways you never thought they ingest, like popsicles or drinks or whatever the case may be. Infused brownies or whatever the case may be. It, like, the average people do not get to see what we get to see at these events. I'm pretty sure you experienced that too, Uncle Jeff, when we go to these cool events out there in the West Coast.
They're fantastic. I mean, I just came from the hemp event from NOCO in Colorado, and I frequent that often. And I've been to a lot of the Canna cons and the weed cons and all that stuff. They're not unlike each other. They all have a swag, but they're in it to win it and to help to end prohibition and to give us beautiful products that combat, tricks and, Captain Crunch. I mean, there's an alternative to sugar and bullshit food. When we have cannabis, we have hemp seeds grown in Canada and now in America that I put on my salad every day, and I get my protein. I don't have to eat meat when I have hemp seed. So that plant has a little bit of everything. And here's my hemp plastic here. So this is hemp plastic, but look at that, baby. That's printed on a 3D printer.
Mm-hmm.
And they're making doors out of that for BMW. It's really incredibly hard and beautiful, where do I have some here? Here, look. So that's hemp plastic, and it's beautiful, and it's super strong, and all these 3D printers are amazing now, including we had Noah on today, who's my buddy, and he's got a 3D printer to print homes, and he wants to put hempcrete on them. So I'm excited to be part of the solution. We're at the top of the hour. It's episode 270, everybody, and I hope that you keep saving the world through hemp and everything. Any final words?
Well, I got the final quote. We can always read that.
Yeah, let's have a final quote. Yeah.
Definitely. What is, before I get to the quote, or I want to say, what is your vision by the end of this year with the whole cannabis reform thing? What are you thinking? What we're going to do here in America, United States? What do you think?
Oh, my dream and vision is to bring more prisoners home. I don't think we're going to deschedule or make marijuana legal this year, but too many people are focused around nuclear and schmooklear, so it's up to us to move forward with the concert so we can get 100,000 people in Canada and do the freaking concert, So the idea is to make a movie about the whole movement. Have Jack spot in there, have the movement spot in there, have the music in there, and give restitution back to these people that are coming home. We have the Can Do Clemency that is helping bring so many prisoners home. You can't believe it. I think they're up to 100, and there's a lot of them are lifers. Nobody should be in jail for life.
Absolutely.
I mean, what the hell, And so it's just simply unbelievable. And I also want to see the children. I interviewed the children at the Oregon Country Fair on a tripod. It was 90 degrees and I was in the shade. Their parents came over, had a little wild berry punch, little strawberry lemonade, and totally got to listen to the children and find out where they're at. I'm going to a memorial this week not this week, but in a couple weeks for a friend of mine who was 24. How'd he get a gun? What the heck? And how didn't we give him the CD I was listening to on the way down to the country fair? I threw this how-to CD on, and he says, "Hello, this is the blah, blah, blah foundation, and we have blah, blah, blah is going to tell you a little bit about your spiritual side of things." And this lady came on with a beautiful voice, and I've been driving my train, and I was driving down to the country fair by myself after I dropped off one of my friends at the Portland train station. And the CD said, "You are safe. You are good. You are valuable. You are a human. You have been incarnated to feel that you're wanted, that you're loved, that you deserve to have a voice in the solution of life." And I listened to this CD and I said, why didn't my friend who's having a memorial this week, next week, and has devastated our little pack here. So that's my dream. My dream is to get more of these CDs and more of the plan out to people that are, tired, confused, and lonely. I mean, it doesn't. I'm so proud of you, Solo, for getting out there and for keeping yourself with your feet on the ground. It's hard to overcome either difficult upbringings in life, whether they're teachers, friends, or people that run the planet, that we can make sense of it all. But that's why we go to events. like I just did to my 49th Oregon Country Fair, and there's dragons there, and there's fairies, and there's people that are dancing that are dressed in rainbow like people. I mean, let's see, what does my shirt say today? Let's see what my shirt says. What does my shirt say? Okay, hang on. Is this the quote of the day? Hang on. What does my shirt say?
Be the change you wish to see in the world. Muhammad Gandhi. Cheers.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. So everybody, I'll give you a little. It's episode 270. We're with Solo Breezy, my little beautiful young friend that's going to get work in the cannabis industry one day. Maybe Lawrence will put you in a hash factory. Tell us your final quote.
Oh, real quick. If someone doesn't know, we'll just fast forward the info now. So I'm a cannabis activist, but I'm actually a cannabis graduate. I'm working on my second degree in cannabis right now, so I'm back in school.
Okay.
2 degrees in cannabis. So we're working on that. But I am a cannabis activist, so we are working on that. It's a beautiful thing. I wanted to say real quick, being a cannabis activist, it is a lot harder than people think it is, because when you tell people like, "Oh, you're a cannabis activist," and they're like, "You just smoke weed all day," and I'm like, it's a lot more than that. You have to, you have to know what you're talking about, particularly like in my state, but you also have to know what's going on around you in different states. And then you have to educate people, like, people who smoke weed just for fun, they don't know all the laws and regulations. So then you have to step in and tell them, hey, you can't be walking around with this much before you get in trouble. Hey, make sure you consume this right amount of cannabis so you don't freak out and have a bad experience. So being a cannabis activist is cool, but then you have to learn there's a lot of different avenues people don't understand behind the scenes. You understand what I'm saying?
So you're going to teach what you're learning. We love that.
Yeah, I teach. Yeah, I teach, but it's a lot of stuff than people think you just smoke weed. I'm like, it's a lot more than what you think it is. And then at the same time, most of this thing is, I put myself at risk every day. Why? Because the way the world is, it's very hard. So, you're dealing with the Fed.
Well, marijuana is safer than alcohol.
It is, but it's just when law enforcement sees you, it's a lot of work. I'm just saying it is a lot of work than what people realize. The average Joe realize. You understand what I'm saying, Uncle Jeff?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's really great to have you. We haven't had you for a few weeks, and we're proud of you. You got a final quote for us?
Yep. So we'll close this one out. It's gonna be real cool. Quoted by the great unknown again. Good things come to those who believe. Better things come to those who are patient, and then the best things come to those who don't give up.
Woohoo! Hang on, everybody. That's the beautiful thing, And you did a shout out to everybody. Give a shout out again to all of our team.
Let's see. I know I forgot to give a shout out to our lady who does the wonderful intro song. I'm blanking on her name right now. Who does the music? I forgot her name right now. So Crazy Pop Mom, Canna Nurse, Uncle Grasshopper, Radimus, and I forgot who's our wonderful lady who does the theme song, the intro theme song for your theme song. I forgot her name right now. I'm blanking on it.
Well, we have Smokahanas too,
There we go, Smokahanas. There we go. Shout out to Smokahanas. I haven't seen you in a minute, Smokahanas. Shout out to you over there too. Sorry, Smokahanas. I was trying to remember, but shout out to Smokahanas. Cool peoples. And shout out to Miss Godly, right? Miss Godly, who did Bob Marley photos.
Oh yeah. Gottlieb, yeah, for sure. She turned 79.
Wow. Okay.
Amazing, right? Amazing. Well, we love you dearly, and we're on episode 270. We always have surprises and gifts in life that come disguised as, in a gummy bear, in joints and hash. Choose your poison wisely, everybody. Don't overdo anything except for love. This is Jeff Eichen, navigating the concert, helping to end prohibition in my lifetime. I love you dearly. It's World 420 Day, and it's all I know. That's all I know. And everybody in the background, if you want to say hi, go for it. Otherwise, we'll get you on the rebound. Thank you, Solo. Love you.
Hey, Solo. So good to hear your voice, man. You sounded great. I didn't know that was you at first, and then all of a sudden I go, "That's Solo Breezy talking so fine there." And then you gave me a shout out. That was awesome.
That's my guy.
Then you gave me a shout out.
He said, "That's my guy." Well, I honor you, Grasshopper. I'm not going to throw you on live without your permission. So thank you for joining us, Grasshopper.
My pleasure. It's also always nice to check in with you guys, see what's up.
So
Free the prisoners world.
So, Uncle Grasshopper, just give a shout out to the prisoners and final words, how France is doing. Lawrence Cherniak's coming to France. Maybe you can hook up with him. He's just going to be working on going to Morocco and then coming back, and they're translating his 3 books in French.
Very cool.
In French, yeah. Tell us what's on in your heart. What would you Solo? You asked Rodimus what you asked me about the end of the year. Ask Rodimus.
All right, so real simple. How do you see cannabis turning the world? How do you see cannabis at the end of the world turning for the future by the end of this year?
Wow. Well, I don't have a crystal ball, but I can definitely say that when people get together and smoke together for the purposes of communicating better, the world becomes a better place.
Amen.
That's it.
Amen. Yeah. Whether it's a gummy bear, because us elders are getting a tired lung syndrome, including Willie. Oh, and today, everybody, before I leave, we're going a little bit over time here. Before I leave here, we lost Ozzy last night, and he was kind of the GOAT, of a certain genre, and a brave soul that stood up for being weird, right, and being different. And so today's episode is dedicated to my dad and Ozzy Osbourne and everybody who preceded us, Jack, and everybody who preceded us, and all those people in heaven that are going to help us to end prohibition.
Love you, Ozzy. My favorite song by Ozzy, everyone's probably Crazy Train, but that's my favorite song by Ozzy Osbourne. I love that dude.
Crazy Train.
Man. Yeah, I love that dude, man. He's iconic. I love him, man.
Yeah, so live hard, everybody. I mean, not in a hard way. Live full and balls to the walls, or petticoats to the walls, Just kick it out, everybody, and say what you need to say in a gentle and a way that the planet can hear you. I mean, look at Keith Haring and all the subway art that he did. Get public, everybody, with your message, because we have to be part of the solution. Hemp Hooray, everybody. It's episode 270. I'm going to shut her down now because I got a little chat with Rodimus. He owes me $5, and I'm going to shake him for it. And thank you for coming on, Mr. Rodimus.
I didn't realize that. I was just giving you a call to say hi, and I didn't realize. And thanks for putting me on the show. You just kind of moved me in there, and I realized, oh, I'm on Jeff's show. Okay, cool.
Well, this is Rodimus, everybody. Yeah.
Uncle Jeff, he does everything sporadically. You know that. He's just, he's the GOAT of doing things unpredictable. He likes to keep everyone on their toes. Special guests, special phone calls. You never know.
Did you get that, Rodimus?
I got the gist of it. And
He said you never know what special guests are going to call in on Jeff's show.
right.
Yeah.
It was actually, I have to say, it was a special. You were my special guest, Solo. I called Jeff, and then there you were. So you were my special guest.
Amen. So I gotta come over to France to come hang out with you and hang out in the town and show me how y'all get down over there.
You are welcome. You are welcome anytime. You are welcome anytime, Solo. You get over here, you can stay for free at my place. No problem. I mean that.
My friends are going tomorrow or this weekend. They're going to France, dude. And I tried to get them to raise the money for me. He says, "Well, I got another filmmaker going, and everyone's paying their way. It's $1,200, blah blah blah." And I said, "If you find some dough, I'll jump over because then we can go see Rodimus." So Solo and my world out there, it's been a great show. I'm gonna close her down now because we're 15 minutes over. Hemp hemp hooray, everybody. I mean what I say. And remember, 3 is our peace sign for weed, and 2 is peace for the world. And then you turn it back around and you go F schedule 1. So that's 3, 2, 1. Let's end prohibition together, everybody.
Yay!
So here we go. There you go. That's all the sound effects I got. So hang on the phone, Rodimus. I'll talk to you when we're done here. And we're gonna say goodbye, everybody, but not goodbye. So long. I'm gonna pull my ear. I'm so glad we had this time together just to dance and have a song or two. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, it's time to say so long. How'd I do? I think I got it. That's Carol Burnett. We give her credit for that. And all the OGs, that means old guys and old gals and original gangsters. Peace in the Middle East. See you on the concert stage, everybody. Send me some dough so we can get it to Stash to bring him home. He's coming August 22nd. We're going to freaking get him a car and all that stuff. And slow down and speed up, everybody. Thank you, Solo.
Someone send me lunch money so I can get food for work. Send me lunch money, people.
Okay, peace in the Middle East. I got $10 for you from Venmo.
I'll take it.
Okay, send me your Venmo, dude. Love you.
I got you. Love you.
Peace out. Okay, so it's Jeff Eichen here, and we're still on Facebook. I mean, not on Facebook, on YouTube. So we're converting our meeting here. We're in the back area. I'm gonna go to my StreamYard and turn my StreamYard off. So everybody, it's Jeff Eichen here. Let's get my beach ball of death, which is a Mac thing, off this page, so I can end our stream here. Can't end our stream with the beach ball. Okay, so there it is. So we're gonna go boom, and oh, I still got a beach ball. So everybody, it's been a great show. And as soon as my computer catches up with itself, I can transist this unless I have to shut the whole computer. Okay, there we go. So I remove that. And I love technology. But I had fun making postcards this week, everybody, for my upcoming art show. And then I ordered 12 and 12 and 12 and 12. And then I ordered 1 and 1 because I forgot to order 12. And then it took me 2 days to get a refund. And then they honored me with a refund of the whole project. So speak out, speak up, everybody. And let's see why my computer's freezing up here. Hang on. We're just going to end the stream here. So everybody, you can't see me until I end the stream here. I think I'm gonna just have to force quit this. That's a Mac thing, Hang on. So end stream. Oh, there it is. Okay. So there I am, everybody. Love you so much. I'm gonna end this stream here. It's been happiness in the valley. We got Solo Breezy and Rodimus on today. We had Noah. And we had Lawrence Cherniak. He's on his way to Morocco to harvest 1 million plants and make hash. Okay, everybody, don't be afraid to say marijuana.